Hello, today I went around the back alleys where I live because back alleys is very quiet and not so many people walking around and less private of privacy invasions there. So I went around the neighborhood finding out trees and shrubs, plants growing there behind the fence and on the alleys. Very, very interesting. And this is a trumpet vine, which is beautiful. And this is a plant. For me, it's a mystery plant. It looks like a cucumber fruits there, but I never seen the flower this big, and it's very, very common in this area. And so I like to know what they are. Maybe the variety of cucumber they produce in this area. This is very, very common weed flower. It's called Texas blueweed, and it's not the most beautiful wildflowers here, but leaves are green, leaves are blue green, and so pretty. I like this one, and as a fact, I took from a wild and planted in my yard. And this smaller flowers, yellow flowers, puncture vine. Okay, so this is Crape Myrtle, which is I found most spectacular in this area because it blooms from like a May to September continuously and never fades. The flowers never fades. I think it's coming up, one after the other. So it's always eye-catching. So this is definitely, I think, recommended shrub flowers. Another recommended shrub is a rose of Sharon. Also blooms for a long, long time, from May to September, I would say. And it's continuously bloom, so it's always eye-catching in somebody's front yard or backyard. And the color is also a little bit different varieties, white, mauve, purple, type of colors there. And sometimes petals are single or the double. And definitely this is uh, recommended, I would say. This is the Virginia creeper. You don't see flowers as a conspicuous, but you can see this vine, uh, cascading from over the fence. And this is, I think, the desert willow, but I'm not sure because desert willow I know is much, much smaller shrub, but this is a huge tree and the leaves are much wider and but looks like a desert willow varieties. This is another mystery plant. I can see over the fence cascading. Yeah, I think it's a beans plant, some type of beans there. But flowers are bluish, sometimes whitish, very pretty. So I like to know the name of these flowers as well. So yeah, okay. This is some kind of a flute. It looks like a queen. It's like a shape of the flute seems like a very irregular. I think it's a queen, and it's not a pear. I don't think. And it's huge, huge tree-like plant. This is the same one that I mentioned before. It's like a cucumber, gourds, squash type of plants commonly seen over the fence like this. So people enjoy planting these flowers. This is a magnolia, southern magnolia trees, which is magnificent. Huge and big, and the leaves are glossy big leaves, and I love this particular looks of it. So okay, here's another people's backyard. Again, there's some annuals planted there, and some morning glories cascading outside the fence. Very nice, actually. So this is another magnificent tree. It has like a pear or apple or quince type of fruits hanging on it. Yeah, this is the same one that you see many household has this particular plant. Yeah, I really like to know what this is. Maybe very common vegetable plant, I would say. Maybe some kind of a cucumber? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, the regular cucumber is much smaller flowers, so that's why I noticed. This is a huge yellow flowers, very nice. This is another Crape Myrtle, and this is maybe Natchez, maybe the variety called Natchez. Maybe it's a tall varieties, white flowering. I like to have this in my yard. So this is a weed flower nightshade, silver leaf nightshade. Very pretty. I like to have that in my yard as well, but it's poisonous, so I wouldn't. This is a Spanish gold, Grindelia ciliata, a tall flower. Its flowers are very big and conspicuous, and it's very nice to have it in your garden. So I have to think about harvesting the seeds from here probably and spreading in my front yard. This is a rose of Sharon, and this particular one is a mauve color, but it's a double flowering. Very nice. And rose of Sharon tree itself is relatively tall and big. Very nice. This Crape Myrtle, very common in this area. This is a weed flower, it's a purple ground cherry, and it's kind of a stand out. This beautiful purple flowers blooming like this. This is somebody's the lawn area. This is I think it's a mulberry because the leaves, shapes, and everything is mulberry. And I think I noticed the birds carrying the seeds everywhere. So even in my front yard, I think they're kind of the seedling is coming up constantly. And this is a tall, huge one, I think. But I think this is a mulberry as well. And I try to identify this. Uh, but I think I'm not sure this my phone app correctly identify it. So I tried it anyway, and it identified as a white mulberry, but could be the next run up is a black mulberry, so I have no idea. But the tree itself is huge, very attractive, beautiful trees. This is, I think, a catalpa. Yeah, because the seed pod is hanging like this. Only trees like this is a catalpa. The seed pod and the broad leaves like this is catalpa. So another double flowering rose of Sharon, very nice. And this is, kind of a common, but not really common here. But it's oriander. It's a beautiful, striking red flowers. But what I understand, it's kind of a toxic there. And this is another white, magnificent Crape Myrtle. Yeah, so this is a desert willow. This is a little bit after the season or something, but you don't see many flowers. But when it's flowering, I think it's very, very beautiful. And the leaves are narrow. And so, yeah, this is desert willow. Commonly seen around this area. Yeah, so it is interesting to see by walking around the back alleys, which is very kind of a private and quiet, and you feel more or less like a barked at the dogs in the backyard. But it's a nice trip that I made on the back alley walking. Yeah, so it is. This is. Shrubs and trees and weeds along the back alleys. Yes.